pair of 3-0 teams set to lock horns for the right to remain unbeaten. And we're off in Week 4. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
53's Mike. Pick me up. Here we go.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 is the Mike. Rabbit.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers. He's going to air one out. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is, when they know that the defense can take the ball away as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
180. Kings. 57. Kings. Hey, wahoo. Get in the weight room. I got it.
Mayfield now from the 50. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Mayfield now. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 23.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A run for Nick Chubb. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the Packers' 24-yard line.
20. I got you. Hey, alert 33. Sponge. I got you.
From the gun, Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. 23 yards, the final tally.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways because most teams...
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns.
Nice touchdown, baby. Keyword.
Nick Chubb, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Go.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing on second down, Rodgers. That's complete to the former Aggie Jay Sternberger. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Rodgers now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's first and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it second and 12.
319. Watch the curl. Watch the curls. 319.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And he will find his man on the outside. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 33. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go.
Here's Jones. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Looking to throw on second down. Rodgers. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 19. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, first and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far.
Check.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a second and 3.
How about his performance last week? Over 200 yards. I think his decisiveness. One cut, and he goes. That's what's really made him pile up the yardage.
And the yardage he piled up last week, easily honored with NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I would have voted for him.
26. Yeah, Liz. 53. Check.
Throwing on second and 3. Rodgers. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Point it right. Pistol. Hey, Mike's 42, Mike. Go. Hey, we got to get to the ball.
Now Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Rip right.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Incomplete. He was covered by Denzel Ward.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And Adams has it complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1.
Check 258. Check 53's Mike. You're not ready. You're not ready. He's checking. Crash. Slam. Hey,
now a first down carry by Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. The end result, 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
57. Mike, 57.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And now it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Mayfield.
You want this?
And that is incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Seibert able to knock this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I'm coming after you.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, there's your first ROI, right? Return on investment of their first-round pick. His first NFL sack. I know they want him to be an impact player right out of the gate.
A lot of pressure to put on a young man, but I think you agree he has the ability to deliver on it.
And he just did. Probably the first of many sacks in a long career.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker.
The Browns take over.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
The Browns drive about to get started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
alert 33.
A 1st down throw for Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
On 3rd down, a run from White. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And no return possible here as they angle this out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and then angled for them and shot for them. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the 5-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
Jones. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he is going to have the 1st down as he gets this up to his own 11.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that 1st down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. Rodgers now to throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Blue 58. Where's the mic? Come for you. Get out of.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
319. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
They'll run on first down. Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So the loss of a yard, and now 2nd and 11 from the 24-yard line. Now Rodgers. And the catch made by Hilton. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers to get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away.
And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns were able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. He's got it to Hilton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to change things. On 2nd and 10, Rodgers. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the draw, it's White. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Run. 57.
Mayfield on first down, looking for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smiles.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique, his ability to...
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Denzel Ward. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground again here. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
Let's go!
The Browns drive about to get started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Check the outs. Hey, Mike's 42.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Regular.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 40.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. Mayfield now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. Flushed out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Za'Darius Smith. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete.
Keep playing hard.
Well, let's see who this is on.
180. Let's go, D. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Mayfield throwing quickly out to Beckham. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's second and goal. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal.
Hey, watch this.
From the gun, Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now it's Rodgers. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. On first down, it's Jones. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 47-yard line.
319. Hey, get in the way.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He's going to sling this deep. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 19. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. Jay Sternberger, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit.
I know a lot of coaches like to break their season into quarters, and how about the first 4 games for this guy? 3 touchdowns scored, really making his mark in the red zone here in the first month of the season.
They go for just 1 here as it's up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Check 50. Check 50.
At the 31-yard line.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Watch the screen.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go.
Throwing is Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Defense.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
After the sack on 1st down, Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
a moot point there as they were able to connect. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. Yeah, this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. The Browns drive about to get started. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs to keep up with your theme there playing keep away.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 82 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the numbers. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. Looking deep for Adams. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 34. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. Mayfield now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On the ground, it's Chubb. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. He was trying to go back to Beckham there, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Mayfield to throw it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick.
Don't be scared of it.
And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Looking deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they are able to cut into that lead.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Mayfield now. It's caught. Beckham. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
He wasn't ready.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Kevin King with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made... And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line.
180. Stay focused. Come on. All right. I got you.
First down, here's White. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turned into a nice play.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. That's complete, right around the 8. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Get ready.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw the... It got his man, complete! And out across midfield, down to the 45. A gain of 32 that time. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And now here is another interception. Greedy Williams picks it off. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Opting to run again here with White. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. So they went a little cautious there on 3rd and long.
And nothing wrong with that. Remember, they're playing with a lead right now. So getting a 1st down, yes, that would be great. But even more importantly, take care of the football. No turnovers, no big plays for the other team, and keep the clock moving.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. A 4th quarter score, meanwhile, from Kansas City. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And my goodness, another interception. Greedy Williams picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
They'll start the drive with a give to White. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Check 24. Check 24.
They keep it on the ground. White again. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
5 yards on the play.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Browns,